Um, Lynn, what's your relationship with dreams? Do you have them often?
Great question. Sometimes more than others.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remember, it's that whole thing about how much can you remember, do you remember them? And they are like smoke. I mean, I'm sure you've done this too, where you wake up, that was such an amazing dream, and I got to come out, and you have all these things. And then in the noon, you're thinking, I want to, and you're trying to tell somebody what you dreamed and it's not there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really, talk about magic. I mean, I don't even understand it. And
Yeah.
and of course, we've all tried to write down our dreams too. So my relationship is, I wish I knew more. I mean, that would be, I want to remember them, and I want to figure out what they mean for me. And I never have had that full opportunity because they disappear before I can figure it out. So, but I think I have a positive relationship with my dreams. I used to have nightmares more than I do. I don't have them much anymore.
They're
Terrified.
mysterious.
But I don't remember the nightmares either.
Have you ever lucid dreamt or even experienced anything like astral projection?
One time, and I vividly remember it was in my old house when I was young. I was probably in like 10 or 11, and I actually, it gives me goosepimples. I actually remember flying, sort of being above my bedroom and watching myself. And we've all had flying dreams, I think. So I've had those, but this was in my house, in my room. The others have been out,
Uh-huh.
in real flying dreams, over landscapes or whatever. But yeah, that one time,
Was it scary? Did you enjoy it?
I don't think I had an emotion about it at all. I just remember it. And I didn't, there was no judgment. It wasn't happy. It wasn't sad. It wasn't scary. It was just, oh,
Wow. Um, do you believe in ghosts and have you ever had a supernatural experience?
I believe in everything. I certainly believe, listen, we can't destroy energy. We know that for a fact. So if that's the case, we can't see music. So we know there's things we don't see that we hear and are aware of. So there's lots of evidence that ghosts could totally be a part of our world. And I had one experience of a woman sitting at the foot of my bed once that I'll never forget. And it was as real as I could possibly think was real. And I didn't know who she was. And it was very neutral. It wasn't scary, but it wasn't happy, and it wasn't anything. It was just, there she was. And she had her hair pulled back, and I didn't see her face, only the back of her head. So I
Wow.
don't know. As I'm freezing cold.
Why do you think the Insidious series scares people so much?
Because I think it opens up those doors you're talking about. It opens up people thinking about things that we don't really put in our conscious mind all the time because life is too complicated and crazy. But there's all these other elements of the spirit world, or of energy and things that travel around us. Music is the prime example of, like, you don't see everything you feel or hear, that there's other aspects. So I think it opens up that thought process for all of us.
And that's can be pretty scary.
Pretty
So,
scary and powerful, very
yes.
powerful.
Without giving too much away, what do you think Elisa's role is spiritually this time around?
Oh, that's a really good question. She's a guide,
Yeah,
guide, and offering the suggestions that you don't think of.
that's a good answer. Um, were you happy to see the Lamberts get a new story? Do you think that they needed closure?
What great questions. I think it's a really good story.
Yeah.
Um, I would never have thought about doing that for some reason, but that you see, and Ty, I mean, the film is terrific. I mean, it's really, really terrific. Ty and Rose and Patrick, they're sort of untouchable, and the work is beautiful. The story is powerful. It's really scary. So in that way, Patrick manifested, and the writer manifested this resolution to their world, which I think is really beautiful. It's really a great film. I mean, I was real skeptical, I have to say. I was like, yeah, okay, so yeah, now what? And
Uh-huh.
boy, oh boy, yeah, now what?
Well, you've mentioned Patrick Wilson, who you've worked with so many times. What was it like working with him as a director?
Fantastic, really
Yeah,
fantastic. He's very clear. He thinks like an actor.
yeah.
He manifests that as a director. So he's very good. He's very specific about receiving what you bring to it as in your within your work, but also can talk to you in the language you understand as an actor, and also talk to you in the language that you need as a director. He was really great. I have
Was it
nothing.
was it ever strange to have that role sort of reversed with him?
No, no. He made it very seamless because he enters it with the same kind of passion and dialogue as he would as an actor. So it's all he's really it is like one piece of creation still. I think he's really gifted guy and I think he's great. I adore him.
I want to say congratulations on your stage show, Tripping on Life. I feel like
Whoa,
that wrapped recently. How did that go?
it's going great. I mean,
Wow.
I think we're taking it to New York.
Wow.
Maybe that's I'm
Awesome.
putting that out in the atmosphere. I mean, it's really that's a whole nother conversation, but it's really, I never thought I would perform this. It's 10 pages I wrote maybe 10 years ago about this experience in my life. And it just kind of kept growing and it's really been above and beyond anything I've ever experienced as an actress and as a storyteller. It's magical each time. I mean, I'm very, very proud of it. So that's my new venture.
I wish I could have seen it. So hopefully when and it's in New York, I'll get the chance.
Are you in LA? I'm sure.
No, I'm in Toronto, but I'm all over the place. So
Come on down or up.
that'd be great. I saw you in the new Robert Englund documentary recently, which was great. I'm wondering, has anyone ever approached you to do a project similar to that? And would you be open to something like that?
No one has ever, no one has ever asked me. Um, I don't know. I mean, it depends, it depends on who and what and why, I guess. I certainly have had a wonderful experience with my work and my life so far and hope I have a lot more to go. I love living here. I love living here on this planet. I love being here, as opposed to the spirit self. I like my physical self and my home and dog. And so I hope I'm here a long time and have a lot of opportunities ahead of me.